Our steak is something to be proud of, served with the aim of delivering the fullest of flavors and maximum taste for each and every customer with each blissful bite. But how do we go about delivering such a great steak? Well, here's a little bit of the story behind our beef. The journey starts on the other side of the world, in Uruguay, where all of our steak is obtained from naturally reared cattle. The cattle is certified Black Angus, fed on grass to produce better quality meat. Each of the cattle our steak is sourced from enjoys 15,000 meters squared of natural pastures to roam freely in. That's the size of 2 football pitches each. And they also get to enjoy classical music to help relax them. Nothing like a bit of Mozart to wind down after a day in the field eating grass. So why is getting our steak right so important? As a business, we sell 62,000 rump steaks a year. That's nearly 1,200 a week. But steak is our single biggest food-related complaint, and here's why. Steak is our hero dish on our new menu, and we want to become famous for our steaks. So it's crucial we deliver great steak every time. Know your steaks. The steak is the connoisseur's meat dish, a subject of debate, delight, and potential disappointment. To encourage the first two and avoid the last, here is a quick guide so that you can prevail with your knowledge of beef. The ribeye is the rising star of the steak world. As people have become more steak conscious, this fatty, flavoursome cut has shot up the popularity charts. Fat is the key to the ribeye's appeal. One of the foreribs, it usually has no bone in and no fat around it. Instead, it's infused with the stuff. Good marbling, little rivers of fat running through the meat are key on a ribeye, along with a square of fat at one end. A ribeye should be cooked medium or above to render the fat and increase the flavour. The wine. A ribeye is perfect with something fruity with all that fat, such as our Casillero del Diablo Cabernet Sauvignon. Leaner is better with sirloin. Fatter steaks tend to have a lot of gristle. It's definitely an option for the more health conscious, because the fat, which sits on top of the steak, can be trimmed. Located between the rib and the fillet, the sirloin is either a compromise steak or a perfect balance, depending on your tastes. There's no disputing its popularity though. In terms of preparation, follow a similar path to the ribeye. Sirloin balances the richer flavour of tarragon perfectly. Sirloin is a good all-rounder and can be cooked to any colour without affecting flavour. The wine. Ideally Chateauneuf du Pape. The peppery overtones and taste of grilled meat means you're drinking what you're eating. Renowned as the most princely of prime cuts, the fillet's reputation is lean and tender, and is still recognised as one of the most premium cuts of steak money can buy. The fillet still has much to offer, and their leanness means they don't need to age, as there's little fat to break down. Being mindful of the leanness when grilling is important. It will dry out if overcooked. The key to a good fillet is resting it, both before it hits the grill and especially after. Otherwise, the flavour remains locked in. A fillet is best cooked no more than medium, as it's less fatty and therefore needs the juices to retain the flavour. The wine. This is all about complementing texture, which El Pico Merlot does perfectly. Rump is the best everyday steak, especially cuts taken from the middle of the rump. The rump is a real big, meaty steak and a favourite of chefs as well as butchers. Basically a bovine backside, it does more work than most parts of the animal, which, while a little tougher, means it has vast amounts of flavour. Like sirloin, rump can be cooked to any colour without affecting flavour. The wine. Throw the kitchen sink at the rump with a heavy-hitting wine. The caramelised flavours will go wonderfully with a big, rich and full-bodied McGuigan Shiraz.